What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Better Biomed. Guys, I found possibly the perfect screwdriver set if you are a field service technician. We're going to uncover it. It's probably going to change your mind about a few things. Coming up next, right here on Better Biomed.
I'm here to assist you with all your test equipment needs, from multimeters and test weights to patient simulators and x-ray analyzers. If you need guidance or you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write me at jbarber@bcgroupinternational.com.
Hey everyone, I am so excited. I have two brand new screwdrivers right here. And these ones here have multiple different bits and usages. And this is a complete screwdriver system right here. These two items, this one's gonna be in a pouch. This one here has got a little insert. We've got a micro driver and we've got a full-size driver. This is perfect, guys. So let's go ahead and let's open it up. This is a Milwaukee 1000 volt insulated screwdriver. It's got PH1, Phillips 1. It's got Phillips 2. We got the 3/16 and the 1/4 flat blades. And we've got the two different sizes of square drives. Very versatile and useful if you're working in electrical cabinets or on industrial electronics. And then we also have the ECX1 and ECX2. And these ones here are very useful when working on electrical outlets because they have the cross point and the flat blade. So this is everything you need in an all-in-one kit. This is part number 48222218. Why do they always have these weird part numbers? There is a very particular reason why I chose this set. That's a very particular reason why I chose both these sets. It's not just because it's a new screwdriver that I've never seen before. I've got insulated drivers. However, this is a direct competitor to the Wera set that everybody's been talking about. I've seen it on multiple channels and stuff. And the thing is Wera is okay, but Milwaukee, you can go to Home Depot and get it. I'm gonna leave a link down below so that you can check it out yourself. But you can go to your own Home Depot and you can buy these today as long as they're in stock. Wow, look at these. Now these are super cool, not just because they fit in this one kit. Do you know how many screwdrivers you have to have in order to fill this void? Okay, so let's, as for demo, let's pick out the PH1 and the PH2, the Phillips 1 and Phillips 2, all right? These two here, I want you to take a very close look at these, and what do you see is awesome about them? Yes, they're insulated, but look at the diameter of the shank. I talk about this all the time on this channel, that the number one most useful thing about a screwdriver is the shank diameter. And if you are going to use a bit driver, which I've got a couple different types of bit drivers here, look at the diameter of this shank for multiple types of bits. Yeah, bits are ubiquitous. They're everywhere. However, the problem with this is this diameter right here. This is like the skinniest one I think I've ever seen. And God darn, I just want something that is a diameter of a real PH2. This one is insulated on top of that. How fantastic is that? Up to 1000 volts. Guys, we work around electricity. This is a really nice tool, okay? It's insulated and it's got a hex pattern. So let's say this guy here doesn't quite do it for you. There's a couple other cool little options. See how it's got the little hole right here? You can shove a bit in the hole and use that to help you break something loose. That's a cool feature of these screwdrivers that have a hole through. It's also a 6-sided tool, which means that you could put technically a socket on it, or you could put a pair of pliers on it. Although, obviously you put a pair of pliers on it, you could be damaging the insulation. You're risking your own neck on that. However, I mean, this is an amazing tool set, and they're very inexpensive, I consider. I think they're only like $30 some for the set. This is crazy. It might be $45 for the set, but it's still, in my book, very inexpensive. So yeah, this guy here sits here. These guys here plug in down the sides, and then it folds up into a nice kit, and that goes in your tool bag. An entire screwdriver set in your tool bag. And yes, the bits, believe it or not, bits and whatnot, they get heavy. They get really heavy. But this here is just such a nice little piece of kit because I have multiple types of screwdrivers. I have, probably 5 or 6 drivers in my tool bag. And the problem is that gets really heavy. You're carrying it around and whatnot. So what I'm going to do with this kit is going in a very small grab bag. So I have my my Milwaukee pack out rollaway. I still have that. And then I've got my large tool bag, which I roll into sites all the time. But a grab bag is something that I came up with many years ago, and it hangs near the door of my office. When anybody had a call whatsoever, they would grab the bag and they would run out. It's some of my earliest videos, like 6.5 years ago. I talked about having a grab bag. A grab bag is an awesome thing. You just have it inventoried, everything in it is ready to go. And then if you get any emergency call, you can grab the bag and you run out the door and you go and try and solve the customer's problem. Most of the times you don't need a tool bag in order to solve problems. But when you do, having all these tools, a complete collection in one little bag like that, and it's only like $40 some. Now, between the two of these here, I think I paid like $60 for 2 complete screwdriver sets. $60. And this one's 1,000-volt insulated. That's pretty insane. Now, let's go ahead and put this guy over the side. That's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. This guy is super cool. They plug in, very firm latch. It's not going to pull out. Yeah, very, very positive latch. Very tight fit. You hear the sound when it pulls out. Tight fit. This is part number 48-22-2934. This is the 27-in-1 precision driver set. We have full-size drivers, and then we have precision drivers. And it's one of those things that I recommend everybody has both of these in their tool bag. And how perfect is it to have both of them in your to-go bag, your grab bag? All right? So this one is probably even better than the other one, because there are many times when I'm fixing electronics, etc., that you have to do some detail work. You have fasteners that are in really tight spaces and you got to get in there. That's where this guy is really going to shine. And I got to give Milwaukee a shout out on their packaging, because you see me struggling opening these packages, right? Jeez. This is no joke. Okay. Holy cow. Feels like I should get an achievement award just for unpacking them. Okay. So this guy, I seen this one online and I immediately had to schedule to buy one. Why do you think I bought this one? The exact same reason as all the others. Look at the diameter of the shank. So I have a long shank, and then they have double-sided bits down at the side. Look at that. And then this guy here screws into the handle, and you've got the swivel cap, because when you're doing precision, you're usually placing some weight down on the end, and then you're spinning the driver. How cool is that? A 27-in-1 precision driver, and it fits right here. I can't tell you how many times I've had microelectronics that have mini torques or something like that, and you have to go in and you have to find those tiny little bits. Well, if I was to use full-size bits like these ones here, if I were to use these type of bits for each one of these functions, that would be incredibly heavy. There's a time and place for everything, but right now, it's not the time or the place. All right? So those kind of bits are kind of phasing their way out of this particular tool bag, because this is the type of bag where I'm going to be actually carrying. I'm not going to be wheeling this one around. And in fact, this bag is going to live probably in my Jeep. There you have it. It's going to live in my Jeep, guys. And I currently have an air compressor in my Jeep, and I've got a med kit, and I'm going to have a grab bag, a tool bag. And this is going to be part of the tool bag, is these multi-bit drivers that are so freaking awesome. To think that I've got insulated drivers in my car. That, you never know when you could use those. And also, one of the things I didn't mention is these things also have the same shape as like a drift punch. So if you need to line up fasteners or something, it's tapered. It's a very smooth and even taper with a small point. Those things are going to work out absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this bit set right here. And okay, the 27-in-1, I have 5 different sizes of Phillips. Whew, that's awesome. I got 4 different sizes of flat blades. The tri-points, I got 2. I've got, for hex, I've got T3 and T4. And I've got pentalobe. I've got security bit. I've got hex, Allen. So that's 0.9, 1.3, and 1.5 for Allens. Okay. And then I've got Allen security. And then I've got cross point. And then I've got 3.5 millimeter nut driver. So I got a nut driver bit in there too. Huh. Don't know where that one's at. That's what they say. But yeah, you guys, that is incredible. So the things I'm going to use most out of here is clearly the flat blades. I mean, we toast flat blades all the time. And the Torx. How many devices do Torx just come in handy? There's so many microelectronics where Torx is the thing now. And here I've got a PH2. What? That's a what? It says it's a PH2. Well, and here's another thing. The bits, when they go in, they're actually being held in quite tight, which that's a huge thing. You don't want these tiny little bits falling out inside your device. That says that's a PH2. That's a PH2. That's wild, guys. That is absolutely wild. It's got a number 2 Phillips. And obviously it's got a number 1 and a number 0 Phillips, but it's got a number 2 Phillips in a micro driver? That means that is a full-fledged screwdriver. That is so crazy. PH2, that's the one that we use for almost everything. And besides that, Phillips number 1 is the other size that's used. So right here, these are on the back of my BC, what is this, the 1040? Let's see how a PH2 works. So these are PH1s, and these right here are PH2s. How cool. And let's tighten it down. I could probably crack the plastic. I tighten it down so well. And let's try the PH2 and a PH1. Doesn't fit. I can feel it. Okay. So it's PH. Oh, that one's gone forever. Now it's down by my feet. So that's a PH2 and a PH0. I wish they would have had a PH2 and a PH1 on the same bit. This one here is a PH1 and a PH double aught. Okay. So let's try out the PH1 and let's see how this guy does. Yeah, piece of cake. Oh, and you know something? I'm not even using it with its end cap. So precision driver, get it in the hole, you hold the end, and then you apply pressure while you're spinning it, just like that. Oh, this is going to be my favorite screwdriver, guys. I am so excited about this. I believe that this driver here is like 30 bucks. Completely worth it. And I didn't even read the manual. As soon as I seen it, I knew I had to have it. And now I know it's got a PH2 in the kit as well. This is such a cool driver. So between these two, that is it. That really makes for a complete kit, especially for a grab bag, folks. So yes, it's like $60 in screwdrivers, but think about what is here. And now these are also Milwaukee tools, and I'm sure that there's a warranty, although I've never had to warranty Milwaukee tools. But yeah, I got a flat pack kit and this precision driver. Both of them have slender shanks, and they're easy to get into holes. I verified the PH2 and the PH1. They fit beautifully as I would expect. This is the smallest profile number 2 Phillips I've ever seen in my life. You couldn't make it any smaller. But that just means you got to get a real good purchase when you go to crack things loose. So just be sure about that, because when you decrease the diameter of the pH2, pH2 refers to the size of the cross point. When you decrease the diameter, that's less area for purchase when you are loosening a fastener. So you got to be really careful about that, all right? Holy cow, that is so cool. So there you have it, folks. That is the Milwaukee 1000 volt insulated screwdriver kit and the 27-in-1 Milwaukee precision driver. I recommend both of these, folks. That there is a game changer for my tool bag. I might get one for both my bags. There you have it. Thanks for watching, guys.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with what you'd like to see in future videos.